Hey guys, what's up? I did it. I did it. I finished Danielle Steel's A Mind of Her Own. I did it. I survived. I survived. Barely, but we'll get into that a little bit deeper and more in detail as we go. But I'm very proud of myself for not DNFing it. So there's that. I'm going to walk you through my entire journey. And it was kind of like a roller coaster I didn't sign up for, but I kind of did because I pulled out the book and I decided I was going to read it. So here we are in all its glory. And honestly, the only thing that got me through it was knowing that I could rant about it to you guys. And that's exactly what I'm here to do today. So grab a snack because I am going to take you through every whiplash, every bad decision, every roller coaster ride that we went through on this whole journey. And I want to hear your thoughts at the end of this whole thing. So at the beginning, I was kind of like, okay, Danielle Steel, you got me, right? She's going a little bit heavy, she's going a little bit hardcore, and we're dealing with tragedy right out of the gate, which is not anything terribly new because Danielle Steel does do that a lot sometimes, which is okay. I can vibe with it. Like Cowboy, I think was the name of the book. That one was kind of like that. I mean, there's lots of books that she does where she just kind of jumps right into tragedy, which is cool. But this was just, it was good at first. I was like, okay, I got you, okay. Let's deal with the heartache and how we overcome it, right? Like that kind of goes upswing. And then sometimes at the end it goes like this, but right? We got this. Cool. Okay, without going into spoilers, I'm just going to say that Danielle Steel, or her ghostwriter, as I like to say, because I can't believe that Danielle Steel is actually doing some of these books. I'm just like, if you read her first, like, books that came out versus her books today, they're not the same thing, okay? It's not the same Danielle Steel. And I get it, we change, we evolve, but, like, she didn't evolve. She just, like, didn't evolve. Like, I don't know what the deal is. It's not cool. So it felt more like a rushed soap opera, or like you know, like a TV series that, or we could do it like this, Sopranos, where it just went black at the end, like black screen. Everybody thought their TV went out. We were like, what the heck's going on? What? You're really not going to end it like this, are you? But that's kind of what we were left with this. And it's wild, if I'm telling you the truth. Like, it's just wild. But before we go too deep, let's just kind of give you a little bit of a background, okay? So just to kind of give you a brief summary without going into any spoilers or anything like that. I don't want to ruin the book for you if you want to read it. What I will say is that Alexandria, she goes through a lot of tragedy. This book is kind of set during World War II, and there's war going on. She is overseas with her parents, and her parents go to help with the war effort in the medical capacity, and she ends up living with her grandmother. Eventually, she ends up going to live in the United States, going to college. She decides to go into journalism, and she meets a guy. And that's pretty much the gist of the book. It has a very good concept. I really like it. I think that it really could have been done maybe a little bit better. More detail, more feelings. The characters just felt like you didn't get a chance to fall in love with anybody, right? You didn't really get a chance to sit in it. That might be me. That might be a me thing. Maybe I just like the gut-wrenching, pull me in, and I want to stay there, and it just did not have that feeling for me. and I just didn't feel like I could connect with any of the characters. I did a little bit with Oliver, and that was kind of cool. That's kind of her love interest. So I did get pulled in a little bit with him, but other than that, like everybody else just kind of felt stale to me. As I do, we're going to move into a spoiler section of this video, and I love to go through each chapter. So as I read the chapter, I kind of like say my thoughts, whatever I'm thinking, or I'll rant a little bit. So this is kind of like a summarized version of each chapter as I was going through it. There, of course, can be some spoilers in here because I'm going chapter by chapter. There was a total of 15 chapters, okay? And we can definitely go into more at the end, but this is where we're at. So, let's go. Spoiler alert. If you don't want to be spoiled, go away. We don't need you here right now. If you want to see what craziness I came up with after every chapter, stick around. This is going to be a ride, a roller coaster that you may or may not want to be on, but here we go. Chapter 1. War is hell, and so is pacing. Trauma bomb, but no warm up. It just goes right into it. Just goes right into it. All right, chapter 2. Congrats, you're an orphan now. Let's move on. Tragic, but somehow lifeless. I don't know. It just felt weird. Like her connection with her family was just like off, but also her mother's connection with her family was also way off. I had some thoughts about that whole thing. Okay, so chapter 3, new city, new life, still no personality. Bring something with you next time, Alex. She just like, it's like, okay, mom, dad's dead, grandma's dead, my first boyfriend's dead. Like, now I'm gonna go live with my grandfather in the United States of America. Like, it was a little bit more like emotional than that, but still just kind of, I was reading it and I'm like, okay, let's get to like the romance part, or, you know, like give me something else. This is so tragic and sad. Chapter 4. Bravery is doing something again and expecting character depth. Nope. Chapter 5. Look at all this potential she has. And the book just ignores it. Like, there was really a chance to like kind of open her up and like really, you know, get all the feels in there, but it just wasn't there. Chapter 6, plot twist. She suffers again. Chapter 7. This plot is circling the drain. Predictable, flat, and dragging. Like, I knew. Like, this is the part where, you know, like her grandfather's getting sick, and, you know, of course she's already lost everybody, which they make sure that you hear about consistently throughout the entire book. They hit you over the head with it. It's so redundant. But anyway. Chapter 8. Spanish flu flashbacks, because we needed more pandemic trauma, but we didn't. Chapter 9. A glimmer of hope. Don't blink. Decent pacing for about 10 minutes. I mean, what? Chapter 9 was getting a little bit of feels for me. Chapter 10. Oliver Foster enters and saves the vibe. Temporary joy. Chapter 11. Emotional vulnerability. Finally. We got a little bit of growth for now. We were moving in the right direction. I had really high hopes. I had high hopes. Chapter 11. Emotional. Oh, wait, hold on. I said that. Chapter 12. A mob shootout and a hospital, and let's move in together. Do you see how, like, that escalated so quickly? Like, a mob shootout, a hospital, and let's move in together. Like, she just met this dude, and now it's like, we've done all this stuff. Let's do the thing. Chapter 13. Holiday peace before the next disaster. It was cute, but fleeting. Like, you know there has to be more drama, right? Chapter 14. From zero to proposal in 0.2 seconds. A whiplash romance. It was like, Oliver was kind of like, I don't want to be in a relationship. I can't take care of nobody else. I'm afraid that, like, I mean, because he had like a tragedy with his mom. His mom, like, they were ice skating, and then mom fell through the ice, and he couldn't save her, and she drowned, and she died, and he's got that, like, everybody's gonna die and leave me complex. And then, of course, you have Alex, who lost everybody in her family, her mom, her dad, her grandmother, her boyfriend, her grandfather, and then, of course, her grandmother, but they don't really, her other grandmother, her U.S. grandmother, but they don't really talk about that a whole lot. Like, that's not really, like, a big, like, plot twist or anything. So, I don't know. So, you go through all that stuff, and then you've got from 0 to proposal in 0.2 seconds. It's like, dude is going through his own tragedy. He doesn't want to be in a relationship. And then all of a sudden, he's like, I could see myself being with her, having kids, and getting married. What? But there's no reasoning as to what changed his mind. Like, there's no, like, build-up as to, it's just kind of like, tragedy in my life. I don't want to be with anybody. Now I do. What? Okay. All right, and then chapter 15. This right here set me the F off. It set me off so bad. It set me off so bad that my husband, Greg was in the office, and he was working on something, and I went to him, and I was like, I have to read you this, like, paragraph and a half. Like, literally, it's a paragraph and a half. And here's, just to give you an idea, I've got my glass, I'm sticking my glasses up. Okay, because I'm getting serious, and I'm getting hot, and I'm sweating. I'm getting so angry. Okay, my comment was, virginity scene is more like a CSI report. And this is why. Because there was no tension, no heat, it was just forensics. It was like, she got, the way that they had her lose her virginity, it was kind of like, oh, I got on him, and then, oh, there was blood on the sheets, and the end. I'm not even exaggerating. It was absolutely ridiculous. Hey, babe, come here. Come a little closer. Do you remember when I was reading to you the Danielle Steel book? And do you remember me telling you that the girl lost her virginity?
No, like crazy.
No. Come back. How long did it take? How long? It was a paragraph and a half.
I don't think it was that much.
And just describe the loss of her virginity.
That was stupid. That was just stupid.
Okay, so he said no, that was stupid. No, that was just stupid. That's Greg's. So irritating. So irritating.
Wasn't even up to penthouse letters.
Well, I wasn't looking for penthouse letters, babe. I was just looking for, he caressed my bottom, or I don't know, something more than just like, I got on top of him and now there's blood on the sheets. Don't get mad at me, okay? Danielle Steel wrote it, okay? Actually, if we want to get technical, because I don't want people like yelling at me. Let's go find it. Let's get technical. Let's get into it, because I have it here. Here we go. You're amazing, he told her, and pulled her onto the bed next to him and kissed her. And all the terror that they lived through was swept away on a wave of passion, as though they had to prove to themselves that they were still alive and death couldn't claim him. They had held back for so long and could no longer control it. The dam had broken, and all their fears and love for each other were laid bare. They were careful with his leg, and they were both breathless when it was over. So, that's your extent, right? They were careful with his leg, and they were both breathless when it was over. Just that quick. That's not even like a minute, man. Oliver laid for a moment, not moving, with his eyes closed, breathing heavily, and she panicked. "Are you okay? Did I hurt you?" There was blood on the bed because it was her first time, and everything he felt for her. "I love you so much it hurts." That's it? That's all we get? That's it? That's the extent? That, really? That's it? I'm not looking for Christian Grey, but I'm looking for something more than that, because that, to me, was infuriating. Oh my gosh, I don't know. So, oh, all I can say is that somewhere out there, Danielle Steel is sipping champagne while I'm sitting here ranting about her book that she doesn't really care what my thoughts are. And I've read a lot of reviews, okay? And a lot of people love the book. But I'm just going to be honest, because I actually read the book, okay? I think some of the reviews are like people who actually did not read the book. And they're like just, or they're just like straight up Danielle Steel fans. Like, no matter what she writes, it's great, it's good. Like, she could never be wrong. Everything is like perfect. But like, I go back and I read like her old school stuff, and I read this new stuff, and I read a lot of books, okay? And I'm just like, no, this is not it. This is not it. Not even for like a, you know, like a cheeky, like beach read where it doesn't really matter all that much, and like we can just kind of like just have fun. This just was not it. It was not hitting at all. I did not feel this book. I actually hated it. I hated it. I really hated the book. I think so much so I don't even give like books stars, but like I would give this probably like half a star. Like I hated it, the book that much. It was horrible. I also don't like the idea that I was bombarded with masking and like all the COVID type stuff, but like this is all like throughout the Spanish flu, because her grandfather died from Spanish flu, and it was just like, dude, can I just read like a book? But you know, this is also, see, this is what I get, okay? This is what I get. I started to read Magic. I haven't finished it. I started to read Magic, and I was like, you know, nobody's going to believe this. This is not like a thing, right? So then, of course, I read this book that is all like reality of things, and I'm just like, I just want to read nonfiction, okay? Nonfiction. I don't care about this. So, whew, that's where I am with this book. I hated it. Sorry. But not sorry. Let me know what your thoughts were. I know a lot of people love the book. I do, and that's cool. I think the plot was good. I think that you could have really taken the book and run with it. I just think that there should have been more detail, more description, more feeling, more likable characters. I wouldn't even say they weren't likable. You just didn't get a chance to like really know anybody to like fall in love with them or, you know, like them. And I think that was an injustice to the book. So, we'll leave it on that note. I'm going to end it here. This one was stressful for me. It was stressful. But here we are. Here we are. Danielle Steel. Girl, what are you doing to me? What are you doing to me? I probably have to go back and read like an old book just to kind of like get back into my Danielle Steel kick. And the worst part is that I love Danielle Steel. And you know, I tried to go on to, I have, there's a group that I belong to that is a Danielle Steel group on Facebook. And I posted something. I don't know exactly what I said. I might have said something that was offensive. I don't know. But basically I was like, I did not like this book. And my post wasn't posted. I never got any kind of warning. I never got nothing. It was just kind of like, if you don't agree, we're not going to post your post. But I didn't like the book. I can't lie. I like Danielle Steel, but dude, this was bad. It was bad. Alright, I love you guys. I'll see you in the next book review. Bye.